Hello, my people, my influencers. How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. This is another edition of No Host Bad with IT. My name is Itunu. How are you doing, people? God will keep us safe. Yes, I during the week, if you saw some of my videos, I promised that I was going to drop a video to address uh, the Pastor Adeboye. Yes, Pastor Adeboye actually is my GO. Yeah, I'm a member of Redeemed Christian Church of God. I've said it countless time, you know, but yeah, this is the only, I believe, this is the only medium uh, with which I can get across to him. Because even if I were to be in Nigeria, it is still not practicable to have access to him. I understand, I understand the situation and all that. So I'm going to be doing this like a personal letter to him, but the letter now will come in form of a video that you are watching right now. So before I begin, let me allow you to subscribe to this channel. My returning subscribers, thanks so much. I appreciate you. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, this is No Host Badge, and this is it to know. I don't hold anything back on this channel. So click that red button, doesn't cost you anything, it's free of charge. Okay, thank you so much for doing that. God bless you. During the week, we know what is happening right now in Nigeria. Things I don't know. I can't even imagine what should be coming up subsequently if the situation continue the way it has been. No money, no. If there is no gas, okay, we call it gas here. If there is no petrol, fuel, people can still say okay, but then no money. And I saw a video last week. An aunt of mine sent me a video. I said it in my video last week that an aunt of mine sent me a video where Pastor Adeboye was praying earnestly to God for mercy and all that. And I'm wondering, why now? Why is it? Are we going to be uh, relying on prayer? Is good. Prayer is good, but the Bible we read says that a faith without work is dead. So that's why I'm going to be addressing that video. I'm going to allow you to watch it, and then I'll talk about it. I won't play all of it because I'm sure some of you may have seen it. All right, some of you may have seen it. I will just play a little bit of it so that you will see it, and then I'll come back and talk about it.
Almighty God, we are suffering. Have mercy. Almighty God, hey, please have
The summary of that, the prayer is in Yoruba. So for those of you who are not Yoruba, let me quickly just summarize it. I don't want to continue playing that because it's still the same thing he was saying in that video. Or it was literally asking for God for mercy, owing up to the fact that everybody had sinned. Of course, we are all sinners, like the Bible says, and that concerning Nigeria, because you have mercy and all that and all that and all that. Okay, so last year I am going to put I dropped a video. I addressed fathers of faith in Nigeria. I'm going to, it's a year now. I'm going to, when Afghanistan issue happened, I'm going to put the link to that video here so that we can see it again if you've not seen it. Now, Nigeria, as it were, I said it during the week. Pastor Adeboye, Nigeria is Islamic by constitution. Nigeria Nigeria constitution doesn't recognize the Christian faith. I said it during the week. I've said it before. The Nigeria constitution, in it, the mention of Sharia law is there. Nigeria constitution mentioned Islam, and nowhere was Christianity mentioned. I said it, I'm repeating it again. This National Mosque in Abuja has C of O, certificate of occupancy, wherein the National Ecumenical Center, which is the church, does not have. So any FCT minister can wake up tomorrow and demolish that church. In fact, if it was, I think my temper on this issue had really cooled down during the week, because you know, with time things will just mellow down in you. When I saw that video, I was like, why is it difficult? I'm addressing Pastor Adeboye now. Why is it difficult for you, sir, to address Buhari? Like I said, I'm a member of the Redeemed Church of God, so it's like your daughter talking to you. Of course, I am your daughter. I listen to you. I mean, I listen to your sermon all the time and all that and all that. Elijah was a man you talk about a lot. You know his call. I won't be teaching you Bible. Elijah said, he said, at my word, there won't be rain for 3.5 years. And there was none. He didn't even say, God said. He didn't say, I prayed to God and God said. He said, at my word. So why is it difficult for you, sir, to decree concerning these people? To say this is what will happen, and it will happen. I want to put another video here at the end of this video. There was a woman who talked about this same thing. I used that video clip last year too. I'm going to put the link here too, so that you can see. So it's not as if it is just one person that is talking. Now, I said it during the week. These people test water. This thing is not about regular Muslim out there on the street, because bullets that is hitting people on the street does not separate Christian, cannot separate Muslim. It can just hit anybody, innocent people. It is not about regular Muslim. I said it during the week, because the people that I have a lot of friends that are Muslim, people that has really touched my life positively. A lot of them are Muslims. So it's not even about Muslim. It's about this thing that they want Nigeria to be an Islamic state. So they begin to test water. When they do something, nobody said anything. Okay, they will do a higher thing. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. Daddy, you've been to Aso Rock before. We did not hear you say anything to Buhari concerning the situation of Nigeria. It is not enough to go there for whatever reason and smile and come out and smile. Nigeria is not smiling. There is nothing that warrants you going to Buhari and coming out and smiling. There's a Yoruba adage that says, if two siblings came out, if they went into the room and came out smiling, the two of them smiling, laughing, that means they have not told themselves the truth. But if one came out and maybe slammed the door, the other one came out and in anger, someone has hit something. We can't continue to deceive ourselves. This project called Nigeria is not working because some sects want to dominate the others. And do we not say the sky is wide enough to accommodate all birds? In the days of the Israelites, kings sought for prophets. Daddy, I won't teach you Bible. Kings, they look for prophets. But unfortunately now, it's the other way around. Prophets going to look for kings. What we expect from you, sir, we are not getting it. A lot of people are out there, they are disappointed. Honestly, they are disappointed. I personally am, during the week, I was so pissed that, what is this? Adejare, Martin Luther King Jr., I won't tell you, I won't be the one that will be telling you his history. American history cannot be completed today without the mention of that man's name. He was a reverend. Yes, he prayed, but he spoke truth to power. He spoke truth to power. Yes, they killed him. Yeah, even if they didn't kill him that time, by now I don't think he will be alive. I mean, he will have died anyway. We are all going to die anyway. Didn't the Bible say, if you know the right thing to do, in James, that if you know the right thing to do, you don't do that, is a sin? For how long are we going to continue like this? Somebody sent me, in fact, there was a time, there was a time in Nigeria that when I was in my days with the Guardian newspaper, my editor called me when he said, are you now Adeboye's personal media person? Because each time I went to the camp, I will write on your sermon. I will do a story around it. Even if I monitor program on TV. So, just to let you know that it's an insider that is talking to you. I don't have to have access to you. And this is the only medium. You and I know that the present day Turkey was part of the Asia Minor that Apostle Paul planted churches in. Yes. Today, Turkey is a Muslim country. So if you are saying, if people say it's not possible, God forbid. Because that's what you'll be saying. If you say, God forbid, if people that are supposed to talk, to speak out like you, if they're not saying anything, God cannot forbid anything. Yes, God has his part to play. We have our own part. God cannot do any miracle outside of us. And you know it. Each time Christ performed miracle, even Christ, even the prophet, when God used them to do things in the lives of people, even God himself, we ask, what is in your hands? He asked Moses, what do you have in your hands? Elijah asked the widow of Zarephath, what do you have at home? On and on and on like that. I won't teach you Bible now. I and you know that God operates a kingdom. And in kingdom, there are keys. Different keys open different doors. Just like we have in practical life. I can't open the door of my house with the key of my car. If I stand by the door and begin to use the key of the car to open the entrance to my house, if I like, let me be speaking in tongues from now to eternity there, the door will not open, and you know it. So we should be able to, bloggers, journalists, all over, we should be able to be saying, this is what Pastor Adeboye said about the situation in Nigeria. This is Adeboye's position on the government of the day. Prayer is good, but the Bible says God has given us everything that we need pertaining to life and godliness. So we have our role to play. God will not come down to do anything. He will not do what we are supposed to do. He will not. Look at when Samaria was under siege. I won't teach you Bible, Adejare Adeboye. I'm your daughter. Samaria, the scripture says, was under siege. 4 lepers. They decided. In 2 Kings chapter 7, I think, verse 3 and 4, they asked themselves, they asked themselves, question that, okay, this is the reality. If we stay here, we will die. If we move, let's go and meet the army of our country. They are from Samaria. Let's go and meet them. If they kill us, they are Syrian army. Fine. Either way, we will die. So they moved. Their step, God turned it into a loud voice, a loud sound. And the opposition army fled. It's in the scripture. You taught us this Bible. If those lepers did not move, if they stay in a place, God will not use anything. In fact, God is awesome. How I'm imagining how loud could the footstep of lepers sound? Even footstep of the normal woman that are not lepers. But God used the sound, the jingles on that are tied around their ankles. I won't teach you Bible, like I said. God used it to make loud noise. And those ones, the other opposition army thought, something's coming up on them, and they fled. So if we are not doing anything, if we just say, let's be praying, I expected that you will decree and say and give Buhari number of days that if things did not change, it will dry up the way it will dry up at Beloro. And it will happen. Are we now saying no more decree? Didn't the Bible say we will decree a thing and it shall be established? Where we are supposed to find you, Daddy, we're not seeing you there. I did a video last year, I think, that this Johnson Suleiman that is attaching himself with you as his son. You eventually went and visited him. Those are not the things that we expect of you. Suleiman that's behaving, Johnson Suleiman that is behaving as if Yoruba will say that maybe dog ate his foreskin when he was circumcised. Sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Sleeping with every woman that came in contact with him. Doing it and still doing it. Only God knows what He's doing with it. Because if it's about sleeping with it, well, what is it? Yaya Bello, people are dropping dead in Kogi. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Redeemed Christian Church of God in Kogi is divided. I don't know if you are told. I get feedbacks. Some people some members of Redeemed in Kogi now, they don't go to church again because you visited Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello is not paying salary. That people are dying. Anybody that want to correct that say this thing that we were doing is not wrong, they will kill the person. Yes, in Kogi State. This time that they said the money should be changed, Yaya Bello went and burned 2 trailers of old Naira note. And that day you held his hands and called him the best governor. Somebody that people are dying, he said, because he's not paying their salary. Pensioners are dying. People are dropping dead. Because he said he built a chapel in the government house. And so what? What is that to anything? Where are we carrying chapel to? All these edifices, where are we taking them to? Where? So, things that we want, things that we expect you to do, that you are not doing it. We expect you to speak. The media should be agog with what you will say, what to say to Buhari, and it will happen. The children of born woman are now riding us. For what? Somebody called me sometimes and say, because I still give, even after leaving Nigeria, I still give Guardian write-up. I still did when I came here. And somebody said, why don't you write something that the United Nations should come in and help Nigeria because of what is going on? So I told the person, I said, United Nations will not raise a finger concerning any country until there is full-blown war. Yes. What we have in Nigeria now, I explained to the person. I said what we have in Nigeria now, that was last year, sir, is a guerrilla war. Why United Nations will not do that is that Nigeria is a sovereign state. Meaning Nigeria is independent. It's not under anybody. So they don't step into anything until there is full-blown war. I pray seriously that these people will not cause civil war in Nigeria. That is you. God forbid. If war breaks out in Nigeria, all these camps, you know what will happen? UNICEF will take it over. They will take them over. All those camps. Not Redeemed Camp alone. All of them. Deeper Life, all of them. All those camps. Faith, whatever. All of them. Even Faith, all of them. UNICEF will take over those camps should there be war in Nigeria, because they will become refugee camps. It is in the face of peace that we can gather as Christians and worship. People might want to ask, hey, is it the only pastor in Nigeria? Yes. You know why it is yes? Daddy Joe, Shefegbo, you are the only pastor in Nigeria. Because if you mobilize other pastors, there is no pastor you will call and say, oh yeah, let's We are marching. We are marching to Aso Villa. They will follow you. They will follow you. And no army will shoot you. Oh, be that won't be one that. Lead them march to Aso Rock. I've heard you say, you are a man of that authority, whatever PFN say, whatever can say. Who are the people in Can? Who are the people in PFN? What is happening now is beyond any association. If you call the president of CAN tomorrow, Christian Association of Nigeria, if you call the president of PFN and say, oh yeah, mobilize, I'm leading a protest to Aso Villa. Yes, sir, no matter for. That's why you are the only one, because you represent. God has given you more than enough. I'm not saying I'm not more than enough in terms of property and all that. No. You carry the persona. Your word is power. You carry the weight. You have the weight you can throw around. If you lead them, I'm not talking of prayer walk, because I've seen after the NSAS something. I did that video after the NSAS shooting that they did. I saw something that you did prayer walk. That is not what we are talking about. Me protest, not prayer. You prayed enough. And if you lead all pastors, you can't call Bishop Oyedepo that we are marching in Abuja, we are marching to Aso Rock, and Bishop Oyedepo will say no, I trust him. You can't call a nature, you can't call all of them. So yeah, let's go. And when you get there, if they try to bring you in and discuss, no, we are not having round table talk. Let's talk outside here. If things doesn't change in Nigeria in 7 days, worry, you will die. Tell him. And in 7 days, see if God will not back your word up. What's going on with all the decrees, all what you said into people's life, and they came to pass? Why not now? Adejare Adeboye, we want to see you talk. Enough of prayer. We want to see you. We want to hear you speak truth to power. Because ìrọ̀rùn igi, òun ni ìrọ̀rùn ẹyẹ o. Yoruba will say, ṣé ṣàká, something like that, ṣàká là ń sín tọ́. Let's know where you stand. Let's know your position. Initially, you know what people were saying. I too reasoned that way, that okay, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, that maybe you people are thinking that Buhari will die and he will become president. a lot of people made that conspiracy theory to fly when Buhari was always going abroad, going to London for treatment. In 2018, I think August 15, that article was published in The Guardian. Maybe I'll put the link here. I wrote to Professor Yemi, a letter to Professor Yemi Oshiba via The Guardian newspaper. I said, you are keeping too quiet in this government. If they are making you redundant, they are making you not to do anything, there's no big deal. Resign. Don't let them mess you up. I said, you are too quiet. You are too quiet. Patriotism is not about just keeping quiet, saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. You are too quiet. I wrote the piece. Then My senior colleague, Laulu Akonde, he wrote a rejoinder. Began to, I expected him to do that. He was doing his job. After all, there must be food on his table. But come to think of it, how many things do you even eat? I know as we age, we reduce the things we eat. I've not eaten meat. I've not bought meat, red meat, cow meat, and cooked in the last 10 years. I can eat it outside if I visit a friend and I can. Yeah, it's not a taboo, but for me to buy cow meat and cook, it's over 10 years. Because as we age, there are lots of things we have to drop. So what is it? Where are we taking money to? What are we afraid of? Adejare, are you afraid they will kill you? They cannot kill you. Nobody can. Nobody can until your time is up. It's only God's. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this video. Thank you so much. I've told you, anywhere you see video you like it, just give it a thumbs up. So nobody can kill you. All I'm saying is that say something. Say something. This sitting on the fence should stop. Prayer, we prayed enough. God has answered our prayer. He's waiting for us to move. He's waiting for us to take action. We want to hear you tell Buhari what will happen to him in 3 days, and it will happen. Then they will respect. They will respect you. Going to visit non-entities and not what is expected of you. What for? The question is what for? Okay, is it house or food or what? People that I'm sure a 1-year-old knows Johnson Suleiman's name in Nigeria by now. A 1-year-old. Now, are we saying you don't hear what this guy has been doing? What he continued to do? Is he the only one? Is there, they are against him as he made the dead person to rise? That people want to bring man of God down. What has Johnson Suleiman done that warrant somebody want to bring him down? What the joke would he do? Has he made a dead person to rise in his church? So what is he doing that nobody else has ever done? Except for the lies, blatant lies. That is okay. Johnson Suleiman, maybe I will do a separate video on that. Your church member, now that Nigeria is having crisis, money crisis, transfer money to command angel to transfer money into your church members' accounts now. That's the kind of rubbish he does, and it's your son. Come on. So people, let me thought on actually it's for Pastor Adeboye. I'm addressing it to him. Adejare Adeboye. Let's hear you. Let's hear you speak out. Yorubas will say, "Àìlè sọ̀rọ̀. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ orí burúkú ni. Ẹ ń ṣe olórí burúkú bàbá. Ẹ ń ṣe olórí burúkú. Ẹ ní ṣe orí burúkú." Let's hear you talk. Let's hear you decree. Let's hear you. Boko Haram are all over in the bushes. Some people use helicopter to go and give them food. Is it ordinary Nigerians that are using helicopter? Say something to the lives of these people. Baba, we are not saying you should tempt God or anything, but didn't Christ say greater works? You are my principal in school of disciple now. Greater work than this that we will do. Is it possible to begin to call for you to begin to call out all those people that they are called Boko Haram, that they are in the bush raping people, killing people. Let them walk out themselves to the road and begin to submit. Where is the raw power that used to be in the church? What happened to it? I heard the story about Pastor Ayo Babalola, that he went on the mount to pray, and that he was tired and he lay down to rest, and that a snake, in the story, that a snake crawled by him, and the snake touched his body, and the snake dried up immediately. Come on. Where is the old religion? Where is the raw power in the church? Are we not now chasing what we are not supposed to chase? Taba, àbọ̀rọ̀ sọ fọ́mọlúàbí, ọmọlúàbí ni tó bá dénú àdòdìdì. We want to hear you talk. Nigeria cannot continue like this. Thank you so much, people. Let me know your thoughts on this video. I'm going to come your way again very soon. There are a lot of things I have to, videos I have to drop during the week. I'm grant this week. You know, last week I was on the road almost. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless you. Bye for now.